Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome, welcome, welcome to this continuation of our enchantment with the ascension of energies. I am wisdom teacher Sri Ram Ka, and my beloved Kira Ra might pop back here in a minute, but I want to welcome you here tonight because we are, here she comes, everything goes. Everything's live and real. Here comes our.
We own dogs. And that's the truth. And you know, you gotta love that today is all about that fifth chakra, right? It's all about what is the fifth chakra? The fifth chakra is the truth emerging, right?
So one of the things I want to offer to you today is that as the energy lifts, the throat often becomes a, quote, choke point, meaning a congestion between the heart and the body and the guidance of our ascended nature. And so we call the throat the truth chakra. But here's the secret for today. When we reside in our truth, meaning our authentic nature, the experience is joy.
Now, as you breathe that in, that experience of joy, let's go back and remind you of a graphic that we put up yesterday, because this is really important when it comes to this moment. Every day since August 20, let us just remember a 2-moment recap. We are in that extraordinary anchoring of this portal, this Mercury retrograde portal, that this is going to take us all the way through to October 20. So we have right now a pyramid in process, 820 to 920, which will be the open eye, to 1020. And during this moment, humanity is up leveling. And this is why Sri and I must teach the ancient arcana. This is why the October 1 program is so important. And this is why these 30 days matter. We are soaring into Peace Week, and look at this self-ascended chakra portrait, looking pretty familiar by now, I hope. What Sri just mentioned, that joy means that the first, second, and third chakra have foundationalized in their self-ascended presence as peace, love, and joy. And yesterday we called in that ascended heart as a stabilizing presence, that double helix. But today, it's the only time after the anchoring of the ascended heart that the single beautiful, stunning, look at the color of this infinity symbol, because it's truth emerging. And so as truth emerges, everything changes.
Yes.
Because truth emerging is outside of your control. It is that which I am saying yes to the moment before you.
You know, all of us have this kind of imprinted desire to ascend, to lift. And in order to do this, it's essential that we anchor the peace, love, and joy at the lower 3 chakras. That's the worldly peace, the worldly love, the worldly joy. Those are the chakras of the body. And as we move to the ascended heart that we reminded you about yesterday, we're foundationalizing 2 infinite swirls. And those infinite swirls create a stability to allow the body of form to connect with the higher self, the ascended presence. And the throat chakra, the truth chakra, is kind of like the unifier between those realms. So welcome to your destiny.
Exactly, because remember that the heart chakra is the first chakra of the ascended chakra system, the divine galactic blueprint. That's where we're going next week. That's why we're preparing. So in many ways, your truth chakra is the second chakra of your ascended presence. It's the creator field. The greater the truth, the greater the presence. And speaking of the greater the presence, I think we got Jess Jutunin hanging out right behind the scenes here. Get in here, Jess, because I know that also right behind the scenes, there's some type of a group where most of the people are hanging out. So what's going on?
Yeah, hey, just checking out the incredible group here at Facebook. Yes, we have our Heartbeat of Peace, the Facebook group. So if you're on our page right now, you're seeing us live, or get over to the group. That's where most of the action is happening. I'm seeing.
So how do people do that, Jess? How do they get to the group? Like if they're YouTube watching this.
Yeah, navigate to Official Sri and Kira Facebook. and you'll see an option for like the groups that we host right there at the top, or just scroll in the feed for a moment and you'll catch the group in there as well. And I'll pin it back up to the top also. So
thank you. Because
yeah,
this is really important. We are at a moment where global Minga, remember that peace is a heartbeat. And we're counting, you know, we've been on these 99 days, we're counting down into Peace Week. We're really building for humanity here. And the global Minga experience of this heartbeat right now is about saying yes to each other, about supporting each other, about filling and uplifting. How can we each come forward together? Today is the truth. And sustaining and supporting our ascended presence is more important now than it has ever been, which is why this cycle has returned us. And the last time we were at this cycle was during the pharaonic Egyptian moments. That was our last breath. And this is part of what Sri and I are going to be revealing for the first time in October. And I got to tell you, it's humbling, and I can hardly wait to be with everyone. And this is global Minga in motion, right, Sri?
Yes,
this
absolutely.
is the heartbeat of peace.
So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for paying attention and lending your love. And Jess, thank you for guiding us and sharing all of this wonderful information. We are delighted with this.
Yes. And, you know, in the gift of the way that infinity symbol is always both sides in perfect balance, as we're saying adios for this moment, what you're doing is bringing in the other part of your infinite symbol. The beautiful Jerry Habsworth's with you this afternoon. So we're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the extraordinary journey ahead. I've heard rumors they're going to do a really good meditation too, so you want to hang out. All right, guys, I hope I didn't spoil your fun.
no, you did not. Thanks for being here with us. Love you guys.
Right. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Jerry in the house. Welcome.
Hey,
welcome.
hey. Hello. I am so glad to be here with you all on Truth Chakra Day. Thank you, Jess.
I think it's so perfect that you are the one that is joining me today. I love that you're coming from the Truth Chakra into our field. And, you know, Jerry is an incredible, gifted healer and wise woman that has been really studying the path of self-ascension and practicing it and teaching others for a long time. So it's an honor to have you joining us here today to share some of your wisdom. You know, what's alive in you is you are connecting with this ascended throat chakra. And, you know, what Sri and Kira were sharing, you know, just echoing that too, that we opened that double infinity of the heart yesterday, and we lift into this infinity of the throat chakra and allow it to open today. What do you have to share with us?
Well, Sri and Kira shared so much about the truth, and we are in the month right now of truth, right? This is what this month, August, is all about, is about the truth coming out and authenticity, right? So the truth chakra is just so important, and our planet has been yearning for truth. I think with the fake news and the fake this and that, people are just really wanting truth and authenticity. And so the truth chakra really is, you know, are you able to express your truth to those closest to you? And do you even know what that truth is? Sometimes that can be challenging. Do you really know what's true for you and what's not?
Right.
So
the truth for yourself, expressing it to you.
right. That's the first start, you know, is really, you know, getting clear on what is true for me. And then can I express that into the world? And even can I live that in the world? Can I really go out each day, wake up and really be and act on what I know is true for me?
And you say something so important there, because that's the ascended truth chakra, right? We think about words, but what you said, the really important thing is to be, to live and be. It actually is far beyond the words, right? It's being able to be an embodied expression of the truth of who you are in form in every way that you communicate through that form.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So what are you noticing as you've been connecting with other beings lately? What's supporting people? What's supportive? They say, okay, I want to step into my truth. I want to live that. Where do we start? If somebody's just saying, oh my gosh, or they're finding themselves starting again or going to another layer, what do you have to share?
Well, you know, so one thing is, you know, transparent observation of yourself. So, so what do you really know is true for you? And then can you observe yourself? Are you living that? Are you expressing that? Are you taking action on that? And I can give a little example of this. I was with someone who was sharing about their love of animals and that they know that animals feel energy and the animals carry presence and the animals are here as a gift for us. But at the same time, this person was eating chicken for dinner. And while she was sharing this, she was coughing and couldn't find her voice in it. And so that would be a perfect example of what you know is true for you. Are you taking action and really living that? And when you're doing that, your voice will be clear.
Yeah, if your words are not aligned with the truth and the action, the
Yes.
body speaks. That's such a great example. And I just saw in the chat in our group popping up over there, Julianne was sharing an awesome mantra. In this moment, I trust myself. I tell myself the truth. I love that mantra.
Yes. Well, and that reminds me of a really good practice for the truth if you want to cultivate more truth, which would be the sticky note practice. And if you all don't know that, you just get a pack of sticky notes and you write on each sticky note. I first write breathe, so to remind myself to take a breath, and then thank you. And then you put these sticky notes everywhere, inside of the doors, inside of the drawers, in your car. And every time you open up and you see one of these, you put your hand in your heart and you breathe and say thank you. And then you can affirm after that, I tell myself the truth.
That's such a beautiful and powerful practice. And that one births from navigating the inner matrix, guys. If you haven't taken navigating the inner matrix, great time to start. And I love that practice. And I know you have something else for us today too, that Jerry is very incredible at guiding meditations and supporting people to lift into that space. And I know that that's something that you would like to offer today in conjunction with another practice and our favorite tools in the world. Tell us.
Well, my favorite tool. So of course, the Egyptian healing rods, they're not showing up really well with the green screen, but these are my favorite ones, the amber rods. I actually keep these right next to my bed. That's how much I cherish these. Really powerful at moving energy quickly and fast. And if you're sensitive, you will feel these immediately. So I'm going to use these as we do our practice. And are we ready to do the practice right now, Jess? Is it a good
I
time?
feel so. And just to let people know, as Jerry's holding these rods and we hold intention and space and go into this practice together, you are also receiving the blessing of this energetic imprint from Jerry as she's holding the rods. That's amplifying our practice together, and all of us doing it together is amplifying. So this is really cool. I'm excited. And I definitely just bow before you and give you the floor. Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, well, thanks, Jess. So this practice is actually a practice that is going to help your truth, all your chakras, but your truth as well. And it's called the Essene practice, the 17 Essene practice. And what we're all going to do is for 17 seconds, we're going to focus on seeing only the giving and receiving of love. And you're just going to visualize only love in the world, people giving it, people receiving it, harmony, right? And just a secret for you ladies out there, especially, I do this every morning when I'm curling my eyelashes. I hold my eyelash curler for 17 seconds on my right eye, 17 seconds in my left eye, and I get this practice in twice a day.
I love that tip. Guys and girls, guys could be twirling their eyelashes too.
That's right. No one's going to stop them from curling their eyelashes. Okay, so we'll begin the 17 practice. So everyone out there, I want you to shut your eyes and see nothing but the giving and receiving of love for 17 seconds. And we're going to begin now. Okay. We can stop.
Oh, do we have to stop? No, you can keep floating out there if you'd like to, but that's all it takes. How are you
Yes.
feeling out there? What are you noticing? Drop it in the comments. Whether you're live or catching it later, let us know your experience of this giving and receiving in love, and allow this to float you through the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Jerry, for the gift of you and all you've offered us today. We are Global Minga. We are better together.
Thank you, Jess, and thank you everyone out there for watching.
Namaste, all. See you
Namaste.
tomorrow.